welcome to my channel. This video is going to be a tutorial on this look, and it's a purple smoky eye with a lot of shimmer to it, and I personally am a really big fan of purple shadows and purple liners. I feel like purple is a color that complements brown eyes really well, and of course I have brown eyes, so I also got an opportunity to try some new products that I recently picked up from Ulta, and one of them is a new line that I recently discovered at Ulta as well, and it's from Fiona Stiles, who, from what I read, is a makeup artist, and I just picked up one of the products, although there is a full line available there, and this was the Sheer Sculpting palette, which are contour powders that come in a little palette, and there are two shade ranges. This one's a light to medium, and then there's also, I believe, a medium to dark, and although these look really light in the actual palette, they go on the skin much darker than they appear in the palette. These shades ended up being perfect for my skin tone, and of course if you continue watching you'll see me use them. And then I also picked up one of these Lorac Buildable blushes, and this is in the shade Chroma. It's a pink blush with some purpley mauvey undertones to it, and I felt like it really went well with this eye look. So yeah, if you're interested and want to see how to get this look, then please keep watching.
So to begin this tutorial, I'm going to start by moisturizing my lips, and I'm using the Bite Agave Lip Mask. Then I'm going to prime my skin using my Makeup Forever Step 1 Skin Equalizer, and this is their smoothing primer. And I'm just using my fingers to dab that onto my skin and then blend it in. And this is currently my favorite primer to use because it does a really good job of blurring pores and smoothing my skin. And then next I'm going to go in with some foundation, and I'm using my Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless foundation in the shade 128 Warm Nude, and then I'm just dabbing that on with my fingers and then blending it out using my dampened beauty blender. So here I'm just applying and then blending out in small sections because I've found that if I apply the foundation all at once, that it'll take me longer to get to certain areas, and then those areas the foundation tends to dry on my skin, and then it makes it just a bit harder to blend out. So this way I found that the foundation goes on a lot more even and doesn't cling to dry patches nearly as much. So this method has been working better for me. Then next I'm going to prime my lids using my MAC 24-Hour Extended Eye Base, and I'm applying it to my lids using my fingers and then blending it out using my Sigma P80 Precision Flat Top brush. And this is a great eyeshadow base, the best that I've found so far, to prevent shimmery shades from transferring to my crease, and since I'm using a shimmery shade, this is a must. Set my primer using Cream by Anastasia Beverly Hills, and I'm focusing that in the crease using my Sigma E40 blending brush. Then I just realized that before I finish doing my eye makeup, I'm going to need to fill my brows in really quickly, and so I'm using my Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Definer in the shade Ebony to fill them in. And the reason why I'm doing this first is because it's going to give me a better idea of a more completed look once I'm done with my eye makeup, and so I just personally think that they look really funny not done, and then for my eyes to be completed. So yeah, I'm going to do this step first and then finish up the rest of my eyes. Then I'm going to go ahead and just clean my brows up using my Anastasia Beverly Hills concealer in the shade 1.5 and my Sigma F70 concealer brush. Then I'm going to set my brow hairs in place using my Anastasia Beverly Hills Tinted Brow Gel, and this is in the shade Brunette. Then moving on back to the eyes, I'm going to pick up Creme Brûlée by Makeup Geek, and I'm applying it to the upper part of my crease using my Sigma E35 tapered blending brush. And I'm just applying the shadow and then blending it in back and forth using windshield wiper motions. Then I'm going to go in with one of my favorite shades of all time, which is Bitten by Makeup Geek, and I'm applying it to the outer corner of my eye and then blending it inwards using my MAC 217 blending brush. And I'm focusing that shade on the very outer corner of my eye and then bringing it inwards all the way to the inner corner of my eye because I definitely want it to look darker in that outer corner. Then I'm going to pick up the shade Deep Brown by Anastasia Beverly Hills, and this shade is just like the name suggests. It's a very dark, deep brown shade, and I'm just applying it in a V shape to the outer corner of my eye using my Sigma E30 pencil brush, and I'm applying the color and then blending it out using my MAC 217 again, and then I'm just concentrating more color there and then kind of blending it out as I go because I want to build dimension right there in that outer corner. And I'm going back in with this color a few different times because I really want to build the intensity to my desired level, but I also am blending it out each time because I want to make sure that there aren't any harsh lines. Then I'm going to pick up this Colourpop Super Shock Shadow in the shade Mittens, and it's a burgundy brown shade, and I'm applying it to my lid using my fingers first and then taking my Sigma E60 shader brush to kind of push that color further up onto my lid, but not too high up because you don't want this to go into the crease. Then going back in with my MAC 217 and a little bit more of Bitten and then blending it out. Then I'm going to pick up this absolutely gorgeous Colourpop Super Shock Shadow in the shade So Quiche, and I'm applying that to the center of my lids, bringing it up to my crease using my MAC 242 shader brush. And I'm just using patting motions to apply it to make sure that I get nice opaque coverage. And I swear the camera is not doing this eyeshadow any justice. You almost have to see it in person. It's absolutely stunning. And for this look, I wanted to do winged liner, so I'm going to pick up my favorite gel liner, which is the Inglot 77 liner. And I'm going to be mapping it out and filling it in using my Sigma E06 liner brush. And this time I decided to do my wing a little bit different. Usually I kind of bring it out a little bit further, but this time I kind of shortened the wing and then made it a bit thicker on the outer edge, and I really liked the way that it turned out. And for now I'm going to move on to some color correcting, and I'm using my MAC Conceal and Correct Duo, and I'm using the shade Mid Peach from that duo and applying it to my under eyes where I get some darkness and also some areas where there is some hyperpigmentation, and I'm just using my dampened beauty blender to blend that all out. Then next, to conceal and highlight, I'm going to be using my Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer in the shade Custard, and I'm applying it to my under eyes in a triangular shape, down the bridge of my nose, on my forehead as well, the Cupid's bow, and then right underneath my bottom lip, and then I'm just blending that out with that same dampened beauty blender. And as far as high-end concealers go, this is definitely my favorite so far. I haven't tried the Urban Decay concealer, which I've heard really good things about, but I really like this Nars concealer because it's nice full coverage and it's really easy to blend out and it doesn't feel too heavy or look cakey on my skin. Then I'm going to set those areas where I've applied concealer using my Laura Mercier Loose Translucent Setting Powder and my Morphe E48 brush. And of course, any loose translucent powder or pressed translucent powder will work as well. And then I'm going to transfer over to this giant It for Ulta powder brush to set the rest of my face. And I'm going to go back in with my Sigma E30 pencil brush and apply the shade Bitten to my lower lash line. Then I'm going to go right below that with the shade Creme Brûlée and that same pencil brush. Then I'm going to take my Sigma E21 smudge brush and apply the shade Deep Brown very closely to the outer third of my lower lash line. Then I'm going to take this Physicians Formula Shimmer Strip Eyeliner, and this is part of a trio for brown eyes, and I'm using the purple shade to apply it to my waterline. And I really like this color for the waterline because it's such a beautiful, vibrant purple. Then I'm going to curl my lashes and apply some mascara, and I'm using my favorite mascara currently, which is the Buxom Lash Mascara. And I'm going to apply a couple coats of this mascara because I want my lashes to look nice and dramatic and really voluminous for this look. Then next, to warm up my face, I'm going to use my MAC Mineralize Skinfinish in the shade Give Me Sun, and I'm applying it to the outer perimeter of my face using my MAC 135 brush. Then I'm going to do some contouring using the middle shade in this contour palette, and I'm just applying it to the hollows of my cheeks using my Nars Ita brush. And I'm really impressed with this contour palette. The formula is really nice. It's supposed to be a sheer contour powder, so you're supposed to be able to build up the intensity that you want without going overboard and it looking muddy or messy. So yeah, I was really impressed. Then I'm going to use this lightest shade to contour my nose, which is a perfect shade for that, by the way. Then to highlight, I'm going to pick up the shades Mimosa and Crushed Pearl and kind of mix them together. And they are from the Anastasia Gleam Glow Kit. And I'm just applying it to the high points of my cheeks, down the bridge of my nose, and then also my Cupid's bow as well, using my It for Ulta fan brush. Then for blush, I'm going to be using the new Lorac Color Source blush in the shade Chroma, and I'm applying it to the apples of my cheeks using my It for Ulta Flawless Blush brush. Then for my lips, first I'm going to apply the Kat Von D Everlasting Liquid Lipstick in the shade Bow and Arrow, which by the way is my favorite shade of all time, and I'm almost afraid to use it as much as I want to because at the Sephoras that are near me it's always sold out, so I'm terrified of using it all. I'm going to apply that first, and then after that I'm going to dab a little bit of the Anastasia Beverly Hills Pure Hollywood liquid lipstick onto the center of my lips and then kind of blend it in using my fingers to create a ombre effect. Then I'm going to highlight the inner corner of my eyes using Crushed Pearl from the Gleam Glow Kit and a Real Techniques detailer brush to apply it. Then I'm going to set my face using my MAC Fix Plus spray, and this look is complete. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this tutorial. This is honestly one of my favorite looks, and I hope that you like it enough to recreate and make it your own. And if you did like this tutorial, then please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And if you have, thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys on the next video.